With just 3 shows left until the grand final, time is running out for our remaining contenders.
Oh.
Last week, Stephanie failed to make it past the brain chain for the 4th time.
Concentrate.
You stop believing you can do this.
But 19-year-old Will seized the day, going head-to-head with Supermum Barbara in another gripping do-or-die.
To put Will into the final and to send Barbara home, is there a queue behind animals? There is!
He became the youngest contender to make it to the all-male winners' row. Will a lady ever make it to the grand final?
I've been getting very frustrated, but hopefully tonight's the night.
Or will our 2 new contenders stir things up?
I would expect to win against most people who are here.
The guys have really been trying to psych us out. I'm just not having any of it.
This is no ordinary game.
Please don't.
This is the People's Quiz 2007.
Thank you very much. Good evening and welcome to the People's Quiz 2007. We are looking for one very special person. A person with brains, guts, determination and a very competitive streak. Because that person must defeat 8 brilliant minds to claim the title of People's Quiz Champion 2007. What's more, they'll take home an eye-popping £200,700. Now, last week, 8 players missed the cut, but they're back together with 2 new contenders appearing for the first time. Tonight's winner will go forward to the grand final on the 23rd of June, where they'll compete for the glory of being champion and the stench of filthy lucre. And tonight's loser, well, they're going to pay a heavy price because they will leave the tournament never to be seen again. Let's meet tonight's 10. Office manager Julia Hobbs from Reading. From Caerphilly, 33-year-old Hayley Walters. Dave Enright, a quantity surveyor from Houghton Regis in Bedfordshire. And Tom McCann, a 37-year-old from Belfast. From Merseyside, property developer Mark Kerr. 35-year-old Stephanie Bruce from Haverhill. From Stockport, social services manager Martin Sadler. Marketing manager Kate Conway from Belfast. Diane Halligan, an assistant accountant from Leeds. And finally, from Troon, 23-year-old David Craig. To get through, our contenders have to face 3 people who spread fear and panic wherever they go. Will you please welcome our quiz gods? Quiz show legend, William G. Stewart. First Lady of Current Affairs, journalist and broadcaster, Kate Garraway. And Queen of Popular Culture and classically trained musician, Mylene Klaas. To succeed, our contenders will have to be ruthless, merciless and flawless, because in our first round, only the strong will survive. We're starting with all 10, but only 4 of you will make it through to the next round. Here is how it works. There'll be 2 minutes of quick-fire questions. You all start in the green zone. Get a question right, you stay in the green and choose who faces the next question. But get a question wrong, you're in the red, you're out of the game, and play passes to the contender on your left. Best plan of survival is to get your questions correct. Now, we've got 2 Daves playing tonight, so to avoid any confusion, I'd like you to use their surnames, Enright and Craig. Over to you, Mylene.
OK, the computer has randomly selected Kate to start. There are 2 minutes on the clock. William will ask you your first question. Your time starts now.
Your starter for 10 is a phrase most closely associated with which TV quiz show? Your time is up. University challenge. You're in the red. Play passes to Diane.
Diane, origami is a Japanese art of folding which material?
Paper.
Correct. Pass to?
Enright.
Enright. In the 1973 Disney film, what type of animal was Robin Hood?
He was a fox.
Correct. Pass to?
Craig.
Craig, which actor plays Jack Bauer in the TV drama series 24?
Kiefer Sutherland.
Correct. Pass to?
Anto.
And in which colour shirt does the Dutch football team traditionally play home matches?
Orange.
Correct. Pass to?
Martin.
Martin, which fashion model was named the face of 1966 by the Daily Express?
Twiggy.
Correct. Pass to?
Craig.
Craig, what's the English equivalent of the Welsh boy's name Dewey?
David.
Correct. Pass to?
Enright.
Enright, which US author wrote the romantic novels Kaleidoscope and Palomino?
Sidney Sheldon.
No, Daniel Steele. You're in the red and play passes to Anto.
Anto, a person born on Christmas Day would be which sign of the zodiac?
Capricorn.
Correct. Pass to?
Mark.
Mark, which actress starred opposite Mel Gibson in the film What Women Want?
No idea.
Helen Hunt, you're in the red, and play passes to Stephanie.
Stephanie, in which century was the suffix regis added to the town of Bognor?
19th.
No, 20th. You're in the red and play passes to Martin.
Martin, in which South American country was the pop singer Shakira born?
Venezuela.
No, Colombia. You're in the red. Play passes to Diane.
Diane, of what is conchology the study?
Shells.
Correct. Pass to?
Anto.
Anto, the Simplon Railway tunnel links Switzerland with which other country?
Italy.
Correct. Pass to?
Diane.
Diane, who won the 1999 Best Actor Oscar for his role in American Beauty?
Kevin Spacey.
That is correct. We're still in the game.
So, staying green and staying in the game, we've got Julia, Hayley, Anto, Diane and Craig. Now, you have one more question for that vital place in the next round. Buzz first and get this right, and you're through. Miley.
Of which Caribbean country was Papa Doc... Anto,
Haiti.
I must complete the question. Of which Caribbean country was Papa Doc Duvalier president from 1957 to 1971? You said Haiti. Well done, that's correct.
Who have you brought in with you today?
It's hard to believe there's only two of them.
They make a lot of noise, don't they?
They do. I think there was four, but I think one of them had a couple.
Well done. First one onto Brain Chain. Come and join us. OK, William, two new players then, Mark and Kate. What do you make of their chances tonight?
Mark, despite your dodgy start, I have to say that you have a very impressive TV quiz career, and I think you have a chance of joining Mark and Olav in the grand final, but you'll have to do better than that. And Kate, I understand that when you got 10 out of 10 in Belfast, you said something like, "This is amazing, better than my wedding day, but don't tell my husband." Well, let me tell you. And now he knows, dear. Yeah.
And after he dumps me, are you single?
You're not going to get many better offers than that. You realise that, don't you? Mylene.
I think Stephanie deserves to go through. She's been really consistent. She's tried really hard. You've got 3 places left. You deserve to have one of them.
Well, this is a tough week for everyone, I think, this week. I think Hayley could do it, I think Julia could do it, I think Kate could do it, I think Diane could do it, I think Stephanie could do it. Basically, I just want a woman to go through and to be sitting up there. So let's hope this is the week, girls. Come on.
OK, everyone, well, we've heard from the experts. Let's ignore them and get back to the game. It's a fresh start. You're back in the green zone. You're fighting for a place in the next round to join Anto. So be quick, but most importantly, be correct. William.
Well, we finished with Diane, so we're starting with Craig. Kate will ask you your first question, and the time starts now.
Craig, in the Winnie the Pooh stories, what sort of creature is Kanga?
Kangaroo.
Correct. Pass to?
Julia.
Julia, which nation did England beat in the 2003 Rugby World Cup final?
Australia.
Correct. Pass to?
Enright.
Enright, Italy. Which city is the capital of Tuscany?
Florence.
Correct. Pass to?
Kate.
Kate, which young actress starred in the films Mean Girls and Herbie Fully Loaded?
Lindsay Lohan.
Correct. Pass to?
Julia.
Julia, the fashion designer Calvin Klein was born in which country?
USA.
Correct. Pass to?
Martin.
Martin, who was the female co-presenter of the last series of TV's Strictly Come Dancing?
Sorry.
Tess Daly, you're in the red, and play passes to Kate.
Kate, with which art discipline is Annie Leibovitz most closely associated?
Fashion design?
No, it's photography. You're in the red and play passes to Diane.
Diane, in which country is the Taoiseach the head of government?
Ireland.
Correct. Pass to.
Haley.
Haley, Ozzy Osbourne found fame with which heavy metal band?
Black Sabbath.
Correct. Pass to.
Diane.
Diane, the Willow Tea Room, designed by Charles Rennie Mackintosh, is in which Scottish city?
Glasgow.
Correct. Pass to.
Craig.
Craig, with which sport is Ricky Hatton most closely associated?
Boxing.
Correct. Pass to.
Enright.
Enright, the headquarters of which US government organisation are at Langley in Virginia?
CIA.
Correct. Pass to.
Mark.
Mark, the Weimaraner dog originated in which country?
Germany.
Correct. Pass to.
Steph.
Stephanie, to which French royal house does King Juan Carlos of Spain belong?
Bourbon.
Correct. Pass to.
Enright.
Enright, which Italian jockey rode 7 winners at an Ascot race meeting in 1996?
Frankie Dettori.
Correct.
Good round, impressive stuff. So, staying green, we have Julia, Haley, David Enright, Mark, Stephanie, Diane and Craig. You now have one more question to make it through to the next round and stay in the running for the grand final. William will be asking the question this time.
What is the currency of Norway? Stephanie.
Krona.
Correct.
Come on, Steph. Well done. So, everyone else then, you are back to square one. You're all back in the running. Still 2 places available, but who will get them? Let's find out. Kate.
Well, we paused on David Enright, so we begin this round with Mark. Your first question comes from Mylene, and your time starts now.
Mark, at the 2006 World Cup, what did the term WAG stand for?
Wives and girlfriends.
Correct. Pass to.
Martin.
Martin, David Miller and Carlos Marin are members of which international poperatic group?
Sorry.
Il Divo, you're in the red, and play passes to Kate.
Kate, which two-piece swimsuit shares its name with a Pacific atoll famous for atom bomb tests?
Bikini.
Correct. Pass to.
Haley.
Haley, which British TV medical drama celebrated its 20th birthday last year?
Casualty.
Correct. Pass to.
Kate.
Kate, London's Billingsgate Market is famous for which produce?
Fish.
Correct. Pass to.
Pass to Enright.
Enright, who played Storm in the X-Men movies?
Halle Berry.
Correct. Pass to.
Diane.
Diane, in which sea does the island of Dominica lie?
Caribbean.
Correct. Pass to.
Enright.
Enright, the Bellini cocktail was invented in the famous Harry's Bar. In which Italian city?
Rome.
Venice, you're in the red, and play passes to Mark.
Mark, founded in 1880, what is Britain's weekly trade paper for the theatre and entertainment industry?
Variety.
No, it's The Stage. You're in the red, and play now passes to Kate.
Kate, who had a 2006 hit single with Put Your Records On? I'm sorry, you're out of time. The answer is Corinne Bailey Ray. You're in the red. Play passes to Diane.
Diane, what's the minimum age a Jewish boy must be to have a bar mitzvah ceremony?
13.
Correct. Pass to.
Julia.
Julia, Olga Kuklova and Jacqueline Rock were both married to which Spanish artist?
Picasso.
Correct.
Don't do that to me, Julia. So, remaining in the green then are Julia, Haley, Diane and Craig. Here is then one more question to make it through to the next round and onto Brain Chain. Kate, over to you.
In which US TV sitcom is Malcolm the son of Hal? Julia.
Malcolm in the Middle.
I'll complete the question. In which US TV sitcom is Malcolm the son of Hal and Lois? You said Malcolm in the Middle, and that's correct.
What? When you were given the answer, why did you go like that? Oh, no, that's wrong.
Because I thought it was too obvious. Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh, you buzzed in well. Well done. Another round of applause for Julia. She's into Brain Chain. OK, so, everyone else, brand new game. You're all back in the green zone, but you cannot afford to lose this. Don't forget, there are only 3 more places left in the grand final. Pressure's on. Miley.
OK, we stopped at Julia, so we'll be picking up from Haley. William will ask you your first question. Your time starts now.
In Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, what type of party was the Mad Hatter hosting?
Tea party.
Correct. Pass two.
Kate.
Kate, in the film Shakespeare in Love, which actress played Queen Elizabeth?
Kate Blanchett.
No, Judi Dench. You're in the red and play part Sister Diane.
Diane, which four-letter word is the name of the traditional Dutch wooden shoe?
Clog.
Correct. Pass two.
Enright.
Enright, which musical is subtitled The American Tribal Love Rock Musical?
Hair.
Correct. Pass two.
Craig.
Craig, which temperature represents the freezing point of water on the Celsius scale?
0.
Correct. Pass two.
Mark.
Mark, Duncan Bannatyne and Theo Paphitis are regulars on which BBC Two show?
Dragon's Den.
Correct. Pass two.
Diane.
Diane, which sea mammal shares its name with an elite force in the US Navy?
Seal.
Correct. Pass two.
Haley.
Haley, which English actress starred in the 1997 film Titanic?
Kate Winslet.
Correct. Pass two.
Diane.
Diane, of which European country was Silvio Berlusconi first elected Prime Minister in 1994?
Italy.
Correct. Pass two.
Martin.
Martin, Manuka and Acacia are varieties of which food?
No idea.
Honey, you're in the red and play passes to Diane.
Diane, in which country was Ryder Cup golfer Henrik Stenson born?
Sweden.
Correct. Pass two.
Enright.
Enright, in Greek mythology, who stole fire from the gods and gave it to the humans?
Prometheus.
Correct. Pass two.
David.
The name came just in time, so I must ask the question. Craig, the actress Blythe Danner is the mother of which Hollywood star?
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Correct. And you stay in the green.
David, you're not looking very happy there.
Well, it's just, as soon as it gets to 0, everyone must see me. I've no idea why. It's just ridiculous.
Do you think you're being unfairly picked on?
Well, I seem to get quite a lot of questions asked of me, so make of that what you will.
You've got your chance to get your own back because you are still in the green along with Diane, Mark, Haley and David Enright. But we have one more question then for that crucial place in the next round. Buzz first, get this right, and you're through. Miley.
Who had a UK #1 with Oops? Craig.
Britney Spears.
I must complete the question. Who had a UK #1 with Oops? I did it again. Britney Spears is correct.
Come on, then. Come on.
For the rest of you, though, do not to give up because there is still hope because you could still be chosen to play Do or Die. Now, all four of you stand on the brink of becoming tonight's champion and going into the grand final. To get there, you must test your skill, you must test your bravery. How much will you risk in pursuit of victory? It's time for Brain Chain. Anto, Stephanie, Julia and Dave. You will each have 90 seconds to answer as many questions as you can. Every correct answer will build a chain. Get a question wrong and the chain collapses. You go back to 0. To stop that happening, you must say save before the next question. The player with the longest chain of correct answers will be the winner, and they will go through to tonight's Do or Die. We start in reverse order of qualifying. Dave, you were the last player through, so you must build the first chain and set the bar. He's a student vet from Scotland, but can he answer all questions, great and small? It's David Craig.
Veterinary student David Craig is hardly impressed by the achievements of his fellow contenders.
General knowledge isn't really something to boast about. Like, it's actually quite a sad thing to have in a lot of ways. Being a quizzer is not something that I aspire to be.
But there is one person who does inspire David.
I'm a big William G. Stewart fan. He's got great hair, cracking glasses, and a lovely smile.
Let's hope he manages to keep at least one eye on the competition.
But there's some good people still in it. They don't know anything about me. In a head-to-head, they may have the advantage. If I win or if I get kicked out now, I'm going to be a vet, whatever happens. Hope it'll be a rich vet.
Dave, you were a little upset earlier on, weren't you?
I wasn't upset, really. Like, I was just Getting a wee bit anxious. I've been here a few shows now and I hadn't made it over there. Thought I'd quite like a crack at it, so.
What do you make of your opposition?
To tell the truth, I'm quite new to this whole setup. There's people in your lunch hour asking each other questions at night, practicing on the buzzer. It's outrageous.
When you say... when you say practicing on the buzzer, what do you mean?
Well, there's a certain gentleman, he's captain of the Welsh quiz team. He's 6'6" and
It's not Mark Levet, is it?
Surprisingly enough, it is actually. He's got his own set of buzzers. Yeah, well, I think it's his own set of buzzers. He keeps asking people to go up to his room to practice his buzzer. Like,
is he here?
He's away playing with his buzzer.
Is he? I have heard he enjoys that. William, how well do you think Dave's going to do tonight?
I think he's pretty smart, I have to say. He's been a bit dodgy on the buzzer in the past, so just settle down and concentrate on the job in hand.
Okay, thanks.
That's my advice.
I think you'll do brilliantly. You've been one of our strongest contenders through the shows, and we should have seen you here sooner if it wasn't for your buzzer hand. We need to get you a bit of buzzer practice.
But I remember you from the Scottish auditions, actually. You're great fun and you're full of good humour. And I know you're a trainee vet. And I think, actually, that you are a very bright boy. The thing that's held you back so far in this show is your speed isn't as strong as it should be.
It's old age.
23, it's old age.
Yeah. And I think you should do well in this.
Thanks.
You're first up. Remember, your objective is to create the longest chain of correct answers. OK? Good luck. It's time for your brain chain.
Dave, this is it. You have 90 seconds on the clock. Kate will ask the first question, and your time starts now.
Rapper and songwriter P. Diddy formerly performed under what name?
Puff Daddy.
Correct.
In the TV show The OC, what do the letters OC stand for?
Orange County.
Correct.
How many dimes are there in a US dollar?
4.
10.
Which vegetable is added to sheets of lasagna pasta to make lasagna verde?
Spinach.
Correct.
In the 1844 novel, what is the name of the young swordsman who joins the Three Musketeers?
D'Artagnan.
Correct.
Which British female singer had a 1968 hit with Son of a Preacher Man?
Dusty Springfield.
Correct.
To Thine Own Self Be True comes from which Shakespeare play?
Hamlet.
Correct.
Who hosted the TV game show Going for Gold?
Henry Kelly.
Correct.
In 2004, the NASA rovers Spirit and Opportunity landed on which planet?
Mars.
Correct.
Save.
Tony Hawk is a famous name in which extreme sport?
Skateboarding.
Correct.
Which British rock group had a UK #1 hit in 2005 with Dakota?
Stereophonics.
Correct.
Which California city has a wealthy district called Nob Hill?
Sacramento.
San Francisco.
Which actor played Grant Mitchell in EastEnders?
Grant Mitchell, sorry.
Yes.
Ross Kemp.
Correct.
How many standard time zones are there in Australia?
3.
Correct.
In the cartoon strip Peanuts, which of Charlie Brown's friends carries a security blanket?
Don't know, sorry.
Linus.
Which European capital is known as the Eternal City?
Rome.
Correct.
Claire Balding rose to fame presenting which sport on... We're out of time.
It's tough, isn't it?
It's tougher than I thought it'd be.
Yeah.
I thought 6 was like a nice target. Like.
Is that what you had in your mind before you played?
21 was what I had in my
21,
mind.
right, yeah. Listen, Dave, well done. 6 is pretty
Thanks.
good. Off you go. Good start, good start. So, Dave has set the standard. Time then for our next contender to step up to the plate. She wants to travel the world, so can she go all the way tonight? It's Julia Hobbs.
Office manager Julia knows she's good.
I would rate my intelligence probably a 9 to a 9.5.
But as with so many before her, she got to the studio and crumbled.
What name is given to a male alligator?
Don't know. Don't know. Don't know. My score on the brain chain was a big fat 0.
But despite this, Julia and her boyfriend are confident of success.
Julia wants to spend the money on something really silly like shoes and cake, but I think she should spend it on really good things like computer games and fried chicken.
Sure. I've been through to brain chain once. I know I've got the general knowledge to do it, and so they better watch out for me this week.
Well, last time you were up here, you...
Rather impressive 0, yeah.
0.
Yes.
And what do you make of Dave's score?
quite a good start, yeah. It's a good, impressive number for me to try and beat, so we'll see where I can take it to.
OK, well, you know what you've got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Here's your brain chain.
Marlene will ask your first question, and your time starts now.
Actor Heath Ledger was named after a main character in which Emily Bronte novel?
Wuthering Heights.
Correct.
The FTSE is the informal name for the Stock Exchange Share Index of which city?
London.
Correct.
Which comedian created Dame Edna Everage?
Barry Humphries.
Correct.
In the cartoon series, who was Danger Mouse's sidekick?
Penfold.
Correct.
In which 2004 animated film did Holly Hunter provide the voice for Elastigirl?
The Incredibles.
Correct.
What type of creature is an oyster catcher?
A bird.
Correct.
What relation is filmmaker Francis Ford Coppola to actor Nicolas Cage?
Uncle.
Correct.
Save.
Desmond Tutu was elected Archbishop of which city in 1986?
Don't know.
Cape Town.
Which US singer-songwriter with trademark dark glasses was nicknamed the Big O?
Roy Orbison.
Correct.
Who played the female lead in Sleepless in Seattle?
Meg Ryan.
Correct.
Which girl group had a UK chart hit with Don't Ya?
Pussycat Dolls.
Correct.
Which is the largest brass instrument in an orchestra?
A tuba.
Correct.
Which vegetable is the main ingredient of the German dish sauerkraut?
Cabbage.
Correct.
Prince Willem Alexander is the heir to the throne of which European country?
Netherlands.
Correct.
In football, how many yards from the goal line is the penalty spot?
25.
No, 12 yards.
How many general elections did John Major fight as Conservative Party leader?
1.
2.
Which Oscar-winning actor played Kenny Larkin in the Australian soap Neighbours?
No, I don't know.
Russell Crowe.
Better than last time.
How about that? Never in doubt. You were on fire.
Wasn't bad, yeah. I'm fairly pleased with that.
Well, listen, you've done fantastically well.
Thank you.
You've beaten David. You've set a score of 7. Do you think that's going to be enough to beat Stephanie and Anto?
I actually think Stephanie's going to just really go for it. And actually, I hope she does, because she's been in this spot so many times. She deserves a chance.
Julia, well done. Off
Thank
you go. Halfway through then, Julia is currently ahead, but will our third contender go one better? According to William, a man's going to win this competition. Will Stephanie Bruce prove him wrong?
Don't write me off, I can win this.
Serial brain chainer Stephanie is beginning to think she's cursed.
Last week was horrible. It was my 4th attempt at the brain chain and I didn't get through again. I felt so much more nervous that time than any other time. I'm shaking. It's like torture now. The pressure's starting to get to me.
But will her gritty determination be enough to see her through?
I don't know what to say.
It's like Groundhog Day, isn't it?
You know, every week you make it through to brain chain.
I'm actually disappointed I didn't make it here in the first show because I could go for the complete set then.
Well, you have set a record. This is your 5th time in brain chain. Are you starting to flag a bit?
I was last week. Now I think I'm just going to enjoy it.
Miley, is it going to be Stephanie's night tonight?
I think it could very well be. I think the pressure got to you last week because there was so much advice being put upon you. Everyone had such expectations. You've got the right idea. Just relax and enjoy it. Get yourself into the final. We need a girl on side.
Stephanie, we've been here before, haven't we? In the nicest possible way. Can we never do this again?
I hope not.
Can you make tonight the night when you do it?
OK, so 7 is the chain to beat. In 90 seconds, it can be done. It's time for your brain chain.
Thank you.
OK, Stephanie, your time is on the clock. William will ask you your first question. Your time starts now.
Annie Lennox is the lead singer of which pop duo?
Eurythmics.
Correct.
Aston Villa play their home games in which city?
Birmingham.
Correct.
On which continent is the Republic of Cameroon found?
Africa.
Correct.
Grauman's Chinese Theatre is situated in which famous Los Angeles district?
Hollywood.
Correct.
Who wrote the children's book, The Twits?
Roald Dahl.
Correct.
What name is given to the clarified butter used in... Correct.
Films. Who directed the movie Pulp Fiction?
Quentin Tarantino.
Correct.
In which European country did Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes get married?
Italy.
Correct.
Saved.
What animal was the title character in the TV series Gentle Ben?
A bear.
Correct.
In which city in France does the European Parliament sit?
Strasbourg.
Correct.
In athletics, what is the longest running discipline in the decathlon?
1,500 metres.
Correct.
Which actress starred as Sue Storm in the 2005 film Fantastic Four?
I have no idea.
Jessica Alba.
In 2006 in New York, how many days did David Blaine attempt to survive in a human
40.
aquarium? 7.
Which female artist had a 1986 UK #1 with Chain Reaction?
Diana Ross.
Correct.
Which colourful daisy-like flower was named after the German doctor Traugott Gerber?
Gerberer.
Correct.
In the TV series Dallas, what was the name of the Ewing family ranch?
South Fork.
Correct.
In the Bible, which substance was miraculously supplied as food to the Israelites in the wilderness?
Manna.
Correct.
Which Scottish band won a Brit Award for their album The Man Who?
Travis.
Correct.
Come on!
Oh, thank goodness. Well done.
Oh, at least I'm putting up a fight this time.
Fantastic. You look so much more relaxed there.
I felt it. I've just become very philosophical about it. I was just going to have fun and enjoy it.
If I'd have offered you 8 before your brain chain, would you have taken it?
Oh, definitely, yes.
Mum here tonight?
She is,
Is
yes,
she?
yeah, she's up there.
You proud?
Very.
Thank you.
Very proud. Go, you can do it.
Listen, fantastic. I'm so pleased for you. Off you go. Another round of applause
Thank
for
you.
Stephanie. She deserves that. She really does. So far, 3 players have completed their brain chain. Stephanie has built the longest chain. Hers is the target to beat. Only 1 player can win a place in tonight's final showdown. Will it be our 4th and final contender? He's a real charmer, but can he work his magic on the People's Quiz? It's Anto McCann.
My favourite 3 hobbies are definitely football, drinking and chasing women.
And Anto has his eye on one lady in particular.
There is a rumour that I might have a soft spot for a person on the panel. She's got brains and beauty and a lovely smile. Just don't deny yourself, Maylene. I'm single. I see myself as coming from good stock, decent people, representing the ordinary bloke in the street, and anybody that's out there just wants an underdog or a decent person to win. I'm your man.
Anto, #1 lad. He's normal, everyday fella. Come on, Anto, win it for us.
Cheers! People see me as a pussycat and I'm a bit of a soft touch, but when it comes to it and I have a chance of winning, nobody will get in my way.
Who's that?
That's my 2 mates, Brandy and Murph.
OK. And who's the noisy one?
Brandy.
You right there, Brendy?
Not too bad, Jimmy. How's yourself?
Yeah, very good, thanks. You proud of this big guy?
Yep, 100%.
Done well, hasn't he?
He's doing well, and he's still going.
Now, you've got a little bit of a crush on Miley, is that right?
Well, has been said, yeah.
Are you doing all this just to impress her? Is this what it's all about?
Well, I think I'm a couple of months too late by the sounds of things.
Had nothing to do with you, did it?
No,
okay. If you were to go on and win this, what would you do with the money?
I would ask Maylene to reconsider, maybe. No, I would have a hell of a party, Jimmy, and then maybe get myself a wee house, and then just sort out my family and friends. Okay. I mean that in a nice way, I don't mean sort out.
Yeah. Mylene, what do you make of Anto?
Oh, he's won me over.
That was just to talk about the money, was it?
No, I really do hope you've got the luck of the Irish with you today. You've put up a really good fight. You've brought the best cheering squad you could ever have brought. There's only 2 of them, but they're filling the whole room. So I just say, just dig deep. You were the first one to get through, so you've definitely got what it takes.
So, Anto, only Stephanie then stands between you and a place in tonight's final. The target is 8. Do you think you can beat that?
I'll have a go at it, Jimmy.
Time for your brain chain.
Anto, you know what's required of you. Kate's going to ask you the first question, and your time starts now.
In which country is the 90s film Strictly Ballroom set?
Australia.
Correct.
Which writer was the father of British novelist Martin Amis?
Kingsley Amos.
Correct.
Pope Benedict XVI was born Joseph Ratzinger in which country?
Germany.
Correct.
In cricket, what is the name given to the two small pieces of wood that rest on top of the stumps?
The Beals.
Correct.
In the English legal system, what do the initials CPS stand for?
Crown Prosecution Service.
Correct.
In darts, what's the maximum score attainable with 3 arrows?
180.
Correct.
Which British actor played Saruman the White in the Lord of the Rings films?
Sir Ian McKellen.
No, Christopher Lee.
Which famous US music festival took place in Sullivan County in 1969?
Woodstock.
Correct.
In which country is Cape de Roca the most westerly point of continental Europe?
Spain.
Portugal.
Which Hollywood star played Warren Schmidt in the 2002 film About Schmidt?
Jack Nicholson.
Correct.
Which English singer-songwriter had a 2003 hit with White Flag?
Dido.
Correct.
The Bible, the New Testament. In which river was Jesus baptized by John the Baptist?
Pass.
The Jordan.
In which limbs of the human body are the quadricep muscles located?
The legs.
Correct.
Steve Staunton was appointed manager of which country's national...
Republic of Ireland.
Correct.
Which Italian dessert is made of which egg yolks, sugar and masala?
Pavlova.
Zabaglione.
David Beckham has his wife's name tattooed on his forearm. And time is up. I can't repeat the question. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was close. You got up to 6.
So there was one more red hair, one more grey hair.
Yeah.
I got them mixed up.
Could have been either, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think that Stephanie can now go on and win this?
If I'm not going to win it, I'd really like to see her win it.
Well, listen, I tell you what, you've won over a lot of friends here in the audience tonight. Thank you so much. Anto, off you go. Round of applause then for Anto. Did really well. But tonight's best score then, with a chain of 8 and going through to this evening's final round of Do or Die, it is Stephanie. I tell you what, I never thought we'd ever do this. Over the last few weeks, 5 brain changes it's taken you to get here. How's it feel?
It's an immense relief, it really is.
I was watching your face when Anto got up to about 6. You looked absolutely terrified.
I thought he was going to do it, I really did.
OK, well, listen, you're on pole position then to win tonight's showdown. To complete the job, you must now go head-to-head with one of your rivals. Now, on the plus side, you get to decide who that's going to be. On the downside, if they beat you, you'll be out of the competition for good. OK, your fate depends on who you choose. Will the 9 remaining players please take your positions? William, who do you think Stephanie should be avoiding?
Well, she got 80% of her questions right in round 1, so I'd steer well clear of Diane if I were you.
I think Stephanie's biggest enemy tonight is going to be her own fear. But if you want an easy person to do battle with, then Martin has had a shocker of a night tonight. He's got the least number of questions right of anyone here. So maybe he'd be a good opponent.
OK, so, Steph, that's the verdict from our quiz gods. For once, though, they cannot tell you the correct answer. It's down to you. Choose well, and you'll go through to the grand final. Make a bad decision, and you're going to be out of the competition for good. There they are. You've seen them all play.
I have. I am tempted to pick another woman, because then we would be guaranteed a woman in the winner's row. And I have said all along that I'm trying to do this for the women, but they're all pretty strong contenders, so that scares me. I say it's just really, really difficult.
Come on, then. You've got to make your decision.
I have made my decision. I'm going to pick Martin.
Hey, Martin.
Hey, Jamie.
Back in the game.
Yeah, last chance.
It's Stephanie, then, versus Martin in tonight's Do or Die. One will cruise into the grand final and one will miss the boat. Who will it be? A storm is brewing. It's going to be electric. Let's draw breath and cross live to Lottery HQ for a taste of what's coming up.
Thanks, Jamie. I'll be here at Lottery HQ with the Thunderball, Dream Number and Lotto draws at 5 to 8 right here on BBC One. Join me then to find out if it's your lucky night.
welcome back. And it's showtime then for Stephanie and Martin. Tonight, Stephanie has been unstoppable. She's been fantastic. She stormed through the first 2 rounds. At stake, though, was a place in June's grand final and a crack at that first prize of £200,700. But will Martin spoil the party? There can only be one winner. The loser will be out of the competition for good. We're now approaching the moment of truth, then, for tonight's Do or Die finalists. Stephanie or Martin, there can only be one champion. Stephanie, you feeling confident still?
Ish.
Martin, you up for the challenge?
I don't have much choice now, I'm here, so got to give it a go, yeah. Yeah, maybe I can do better in this last round.
What final words of sage advice, William, do you have for our 2 finalists?
You keep your cool, Stephanie. And Martin, just remember that a couple of times the person chosen has jolly nearly done it.
Martin, you know, if a woman isn't going to go through tonight, then yours is a good cause and a good reason for winning, because you want to open a Yorkshire Terrier sanctuary, don't you?
Yep.
You're going to need a bit of terrier tenacity, I think, to get through tonight, but it's a good reason to win if anyone's going to beat Stephanie. But ultimately, I've got to say, I'd love to see a woman up there. So, Stephanie, please make this your night.
I have to agree with Kate. I would love to see a girl up there. I really think you've earned your place to stand there. You've been there so many times. Come on, Stephanie.
What about the terriers, Mylene? What about the terriers?
I know, I'm really torn. As soon as you mentioned the terriers, you did this to my heart, so...
She's just going to have to watch her ankles, that's all.
OK, so it's easy to give out advice, of course, when you sat up there. Not so easy when you're standing down here, let me tell you. But here's someone who has had that pleasure. Last week's winner, Will Cudmore. So, Will, speaking from experience, what's it like to be in Stephanie's shoes right now?
Well, let's put it like this, I wouldn't want to be back there. Stephanie's a very, very strong contender, and I'm very surprised she hasn't gone through already. In fact, we need her here now to stop Winners Row looking like a slightly seedy 19th century gentleman's club, as it does at the moment. I'm sorry, Martin, but I'm hoping for some female glamour.
He's got a point. I have to say, he's got a point.
Mark, what's all this about buzzer practice?
Yeah, what does it entail?
What, you actually have your own personal set of buzzers back home?
Doesn't everybody?
I don't know. Tonight, though, one of these 2 players will become a champion and one will be leaving the competition with nothing. OK, here is how it works. There are 12 categories. Hidden behind 5 of those is the letter Q. The first person to find 3 Qs will be our winner tonight. The computer will now randomly reposition the 5 Qs. 5 Qs on the grid. You only need to find 3. Stephanie, you ready?
I am, yes.
Martin? Mm-hmm. So, who will make the grand final and who will get the big elbow? The quiz gods are primed and ready. It's hero or zero. Triumph or tragedy, then. This is Do or Die. Steph, you were first to go through, so you get to pick the first category. What's it to be?
I'm going to go for famous women.
Famous women. What would you do with the money, by the way? £200,700.
I'm not sure. I think I would probably pay off my mortgage and then give up my job and take up archaeology full-time.
Indiana Jones or...?
No, much more mundane than that. Brushing rocks and scraping mud, mainly.
OK, well, talking of old relics, here's William.
He loves me, really. Here we go. Fergie is the nickname given to the singer who joined which pop group in 2003? Stephanie?
The Black Eyed Peas.
Correct.
We need to get you some of them buzzers, don't we, for back home?
We do.
OK, so we're off to your first cue, Steph. Is it behind famous women? It's not. So, we do need to find you your first cue. Where do you think it is?
I'm probably going to regret this, but I'm going to choose pop music next.
Pop music, please, Kate.
Which pop group was chosen to represent the UK in 2007 Eurovision Song Contest? Stephanie.
Scooch.
Correct.
We're after your first cue. It's so handy to get one on the board early on. Is there a cue behind pop music? Aye. Okay, so. No cues found yet. What do you go for next, Steph?
I'm gonna go for TV comedy, please.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Miley.
What is the name of the paper merchants where the sitcom The Office is set? Stephanie.
Werner Hogg.
It's correct.
You think it's there?
No.
You right, Mum?
Just about.
They're bearing up. I tell you what, they'll feel a lot better if there's a cue behind TV comedy, let me tell you.
Won't we all?
OK, then. We're after that first cue. Is it behind TV comedy? Yes! Yes! OK, good, good. So, we're one cue in. Where are we going next?
I'm going to go for world religions.
You didn't sound very confident when you said
I'm not very confident about any of them anymore.
World religions, please, William.
Which religious leader wears the fisherman's ring? Stephanie?
The Pope.
He does.
Well done. So, cue number 2. Is it behind world religions? It's not there either.
Oh, I'm going to go for books and authors.
OK, so we're after that second cue, Kate.
The Dick King-Smith novel, The Sheep... Stephanie.
Babe.
I'll complete the question. The Dick King-Smith novel, The Sheep Pig, was made into which hit movie? Your answer was Babe. Seen it?
Yes.
Like it?
Love it.
You can like the result as well. It's correct.
She's quick, isn't she?
She's quick.
OK, so we are looking for your second cue. Do you think it's there?
I really hope so.
Come on then, let's take a look. Is the cue behind books and authors? Yes, it is. Come on, Martin. 2 cues down.
Mm-hmm.
You can still do this.
Yeah, it's theoretically possible.
Don't let me down. OK, Steph.
I'm going to take a gamble and go for Hollywood stars.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hollywood stars it is. Miley.
Which Oscar-winning British actress played the Queen in the film...
I don't believe this. Judi Dench.
Martin, I must complete the question. Which Oscar-winning British actress played the Queen in the film Shrek 2? You said Judi Dench. I'm afraid that's incorrect. Stephanie.
Never seen Shrek 2. I'm going to guess Julie Andrews.
Where did you guess that from?
I have a vague memory of possibly reading it somewhere.
It's incredible, it's correct.
Wow, so, Steph, if there's a cue behind Hollywood stars, you go through to our final. You'll join those funny-looking fellas over there. Is that cue behind Hollywood stars?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
OK.
They're all equally horrible now, so I'm going to go for people and places.
People and places. William, people and places.
Strawberry Fields in New York Central Park is a memorial to which? Stephanie?
John Lennon.
I'll complete the question. Strawberry Fields in New York Central Park is a memorial to which member of the Beatles? You said John Lennon. You were quite right to do so.
I'm worried about them terriers, Martin. I don't mind telling you.
I know. Maybe Steph, if she wins, can chuck the odd can of dog food my way. Is that all right?
That'd be a lovely touch, wouldn't it, Steph?
Absolutely, definitely.
So we know what's at stake here. If there's a queue behind people and places, Steph goes through to the final. Martin, you'll be out of the competition for good. OK, here we go. Is that queue behind people and places?
Oh dear. I'm fine. Ruthless relief.
Congratulations, Steph. You are tonight's champion, which means you automatically go through to our grand final on June the 23rd. Well done to you. Martin, I'm so sorry.
That's the way it goes.
You knew so many of those as well,
Yeah,
didn't you?
yeah. Just the speed was the thing.
Well,
So,
listen,
good luck.
Martin, good luck with the old terrier sanctuary.
Thank you.
Off you go. Round of applause then for Martin. He's been a fantastic competitor. Thanks, Martin. So, there we go. You are our 6th contender to win a place in the grand final. You're going to be joining Olav, Mark, Mick, David and Will. You're our first woman. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, then, from Haverhill, tonight's People's Quiz champion, age 35, it's Stephanie Bruce. So, tonight, Stephanie Bruce became our 6th People's Quiz champion and will take her place in the grand final with a chance to win that heart-stopping sum of £200,700. Join us next week, then, when 2 new contenders join the fray and the battle continues. Thanks very much before we go to our quiz gods. To William G. Stewart, to Kate Garraway, and, of course, Miley in class. And don't forget, of course, to catch the People's Quiz wildcard, BBC 2, Monday till Friday at 6 p.m. to see who'll get the golden ticket for the grand final. Don't miss it. Thanks for watching. Good night.
Again from Lottery HQ, where we'll be serving up a few aces later on tonight.
Oh, we certainly will. I've been practicing my backhand all afternoon.
Do you play at all?
Oh, yeah.
Well, if you need any tips, give me a shout. I offer reasonable rates to friends. Right, later on, we'll have the Thunderball Dream Number and Lotto draws live on BBC One. Time 5 to 8. Join us then. Who knows? It could be your lucky night.
New Lotto balls, please.